In an absolute snafu, America has been kicked right out of Afghanistan. No one knows what's going on. It's chaos. The generals don't know. The president sure as hell doesn't know. But hey, at least we have gender diversity and transgenders in the military now. At least we're diverse. At least we are down with our LGBTs. And it really begs the question at times like these, why the hell were we there in the first place? Well, obviously, we are there because of 9/11, guys. We gotta get back. We gotta stop terrorism. Well, the Taliban didn't blow up the Twin Towers. Iran sure as hell didn't blow up the Twin Towers. Al-Qaeda did. But Afghanistan, Iran, we gotta make sure that these places are not allowing Al-Qaeda to operate. They're not giving a safe haven to them. They're not financially supporting them. Well, who is the main supporter of Al-Qaeda? Who gives them the most money? Who is allowing Al-Qaeda to exist? Saudi Arabia. But for the past 20 years, when we've been in war in Afghanistan, we've been great friends with Saudi Arabia. Have we pursued military action against Saudi Arabia in the entire time since 9/11, due to their financial support for Al-Qaeda, due to their safe harbors for Al-Qaeda, which have made us go to war with Afghanistan, Iran? No, the only military action involving Saudi Arabia with America is joint military action. Our Navy is escorting their oil freighters for free every year. So what is the cost of the war in Afghanistan? What is the cost? Thousands of American soldiers dead. Tens of thousands of American soldiers wounded for the rest of their lives. Unknown amounts of American soldiers with psychological trauma, PTSD, for the rest of their lives because of this. And the treasure. $15 trillion the American people now owe. Enough money to make it so that our currency is essentially just monopoly money. And now that it's all over, politicians on right and left are tripping over themselves to promise that we're going to take in so and so many refugees from Afghanistan and make them Americans. And it's at times like these that I remember politicians on right and left, talking heads, political commentators right and left, saying America first is evil. It's an evil concept, slandering it, calling America first supporters Nazis, white supremacists. But what is the alternative to America first? Do you believe, does anyone in the world believe that the American government is simply a utilitarian figure? That the purpose of America is to bring the most amount of joy to the world, to bring world peace, to make everyone live better lives? You think that's what the American government is all about? That is the alternative to America first? No. The alternative to America first, to the idea that we should put the American citizen first, that every action of the American government should consider the American citizen first. The only alternative to this is the rule of the political elite, the rule of super wealthy corporations who wish to usurp the American people from rulership over the American government. The alternative to rule of the American people, of America first, is rule of the oligarchy. Politicians who do not view themselves as Americans, do not live as Americans, do not see themselves as a cog of the American system, but rather of a different class, an alien class entirely, of the elites, a different breed. These politicians were receiving legal bribes by the name of lobbying from every single corporation around the world who seeks to gain from the policies of America. So ask yourself, in the war for Afghanistan, who gained? The American people sure as hell did not gain anything except for scars and debt. Israel sure as hell gained with AIPAC, one of the most extensive, influential, and powerful lobbies in America. They gained from the war in Afghanistan. Corporate special interest groups sure as hell gained, and the only price they had to pay was the blood of honorable American soldiers. The wars in the Middle East are the antithesis of America first. They are elite first, oligarchy first, America last. And the most wronged by all of this are the American soldiers who bravely and honorably took up their duty to America and her people, to their community, to their family, and joined the military. And what did they find? They found that the military-industrial complex was controlled by corrupt politicians and oligarchs, and led them into a war, not for the protection of the American people, not to fight against bad guys, not to protect American ideals, but for greed, for love of money, and indifference for the cost to Americans. And mark my words, there's no way that this is going to be the last time that they try to do it. If Joe Biden isn't in charge of the White House, then who is? The oligarchs. And by the time that they only have a fraction of the total amount of refugees settled in America that they want to get from Afghanistan, we are going to be in some other conflict with some other country for gain for a small handful of people, and you are going to pay for it, and you are going to lose your son over it.